What is MLB's policy on lifetime bans? Have you ever wondered how Major League Baseball decides to impose a lifetime ban on a player? This policy is quite strict and has a long history. It primarily targets individuals who violate rules about gambling and corruption. The roots of this policy go back to the early 20th century. In 1920, the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball was created to maintain the integrity of the game. The first commissioner, Kennesaw Mountain Landis, was given the power to ban players and others involved in baseball for life if they committed serious misconduct. One of the most notable cases of a lifetime ban is that of Pete Rose. In 1989, Rose was banned for betting on games involving his own team, the Cincinnati Reds. He agreed to the ban and has remained permanently ineligible to participate in any Major League Baseball activities. This includes being inducted into the Hall of Fame. The aim of this ban was to protect the sport from gambling-related corruption. Throughout history, lifetime bans have been handed down for various offenses. However, gambling and attempts to fix games are the most common reasons. A famous example is the 8 players from the Chicago White Sox involved in the 1919 Black Sox Scandal. They were banned for life by Commissioner Landis, even though they were acquitted in court. These bans are strict and often last long after the individuals' playing careers have ended. In 1991, the Hall of Fame established a rule that any player on the permanently ineligible list cannot be inducted into the Hall of Fame. This rule is often referred to as the Pete Rose Rule, since it was enacted around the time Rose first became eligible for induction. Recently, Major League Baseball has made some changes regarding lifetime bans after death. Commissioner Rob Manfred announced that certain players, including Pete Rose and shoeless Joe Jackson, could have their banned status lifted posthumously. This means that after their death, they could be considered for the Hall of Fame. However, this change does not affect their eligibility while they are alive. From the perspective of old sports stories and sports legends, lifetime bans serve as both a necessary measure to protect the game's integrity and a harsh penalty that can overshadow a player's achievements. Pete Rose's ban is often discussed as a cautionary tale about the consequences of gambling in baseball. It highlights the lasting impact such a ban can have on a player's legacy. In essence, Major League Baseball's policy on lifetime bans aims to preserve the integrity of the sport by permanently excluding individuals involved in gambling or corruption. While these bans have traditionally been absolute, recent changes allow for the possibility of lifting bans after death, which could change how we view the legacies of banned players like Pete, Rose, and Joe Jackson. This policy reflects baseball's ongoing challenge to balance justice with the preservation of its history.